Today on the show, we are joined by Peter Oganesean, Managing Director for HP in the Middle East and East Africa. He's playing a major role in shaping how this region thinks about the future of work. Now, HP has just released its 2025 Work Relationship Index, and the findings are completely impossible to ignore. Only 20% of knowledge workers say they have a healthy relationship with work. At the same time, fulfilled employees are far more likely to use AI every day. From AI PCs and hybrid collaboration to security and employee well-being, HP is pushing hard to redefine what a productive modern workplace looks like, and that's exactly what Peter is going to tell us about today. Peter, thank you so much for being on the Smashi Business Show. First up, introduce yourself to the Smashi Business audience. Tell us about yourself.
Well, great to be here. My name is Peter Oganesean. I am the Managing Director of HP Middle East and East Africa. Been here for more than 20 years now. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And, just to begin, what led you to your journey in HP, and what do you find so inspiring about it?
Well, I started many, many years ago, right? So more than 20 here. It was something very new to me. I discovered technology sector first time. I started in retail, and I found it fascinating because it was transforming the world, even at that time. And I continued my journey throughout. I've done a lot of different roles, different jobs, different regions, and today I'm managing the region.
Wow, that's amazing. So for the first question of the day, could you share the key objectives behind HP's 2025 Work Relationship Index campaign in the Middle East and how it ties into this broader conversation about the future of work?
Well, let's start with what is Work Relationship Index? And why do we do these sort of surveys, right? So let me tell you that everything that we do is for our customers. Right? Customer is very important, whether consumer or commercial. And we start with what is important, what are the needs for our customers today? What is potentially going to be the requirement for tomorrow? How do I understand our customer better? And I would like to take you back a couple of steps and tell you why did we start with Work Relationship Index. Let's go back to pandemic. So what did we learn from pandemic? In 2020, we realized that our work habits are shifting. The boundaries are blurred between work and life. We realized that we have to get used to something new. You remember, we used to go to the office every day, and then suddenly we started working from home. We realized that we can do our job from home. Everything changed. We realized that hybrid work is actually coming. As customers, as users, as vendors, we've been doing our jobs from home without going to the office. We needed new tools. We started to have new expectations. And this is when we realized that everything is shifting. We need to understand what our customers are expecting from us, what tools, what do we have to give them. And in order for us to give them the best possible experience, to provide with the best possible experience, we need to understand what are the needs. And this is when we launched our first work Relationship Index in 2023. So today is the third edition, and it shows that only 20% have a good relationship with work. And it's very, very alarming.
And, what I want to know, that exact number right there, how does it inform HP's approach to, supporting employee well-being and, this hybrid model? Yeah. How are you guys actually doing it?
So you understand that relationship with work is not the best. And how did we get there? We've interviewed 15,000 people. A first edition showed us that 27% were happy with work. 2 years down the line, we realized that actually we lost 7 points. It's 20 today. What's happening? That people realize that technology is actually evolving, but we're not giving the right tools to our employees, to people that are using the technology. They're expecting a lot more. Second wave of the transformation was AI. And what you can see that AI is transforming not the way we work and live, but also transforming the future of work. So what we're doing, we believe at HP that enabling AI tools or AI on the technology that we offer to our customers is going to transform the way we're going to work tomorrow.
Okay, I just want to ask a question there, Peter. You know, you're mentioning the AI. What AI specifically is this? Like, can you describe these processes to us?
Yeah. So the interesting thing, I'm going to keep on going back to learnings, and what triggered the reaction or transformation and change in the technology. So when during the pandemic we realized that connectivity plays a major role, one of the major lessons that we learned was staying connected is important. We also realized that with the introduction of AI, people, and in the survey of the first year, we learned that 68% believe with the introduction of AI, their work will be better. So what is AI? AI is a support, is a tool that is going to simplify the work of people. It's a simplification of the work. It's going to make work a lot more meaningful. What we're expecting from AI is to completely eliminate all repetitive tasks. We want to do what we like. When we do what we like, we improve productivity for the companies. We are a lot more happier than we were before because we're not doing something that we don't like. And what we're expecting, AI tools will completely remove everything that we were doing in the past manually.
And what are those specific AI tools?
Operational calculations that you do manually, notes that you take from the meetings, simple designs where you don't really need to draw it very well. It can finish it for you, right? There are plenty of tools that are available today, and they're going to continue to evolve. And what you need the hardware that is going to support all these opportunities of the future. So we are providing with a technology that is enabling, or technology that are enabled with AI that is going to help and make this work a lot more meaningful for people.
In fact, if you're listening right now, you should know that HP's research showed that 42% of fulfilled workers use AI daily. You know, how is HP helping organizations leverage AI-powered tools to, improve the engagement, productivity, and employee satisfaction?
See, the Work Relationship Index showing that only 20% are satisfied with the relationship that they have a great relationship with work shows that we have something structurally wrong. And companies, the technology sector has to pretty much wake up because it shows that our employees are not happy with what we provide. Now, what they believe they need is AI tools to make it better. And some of them have started working on the AI tools. So what we do with as a company, as I said, we are enabling AI on most of our devices today. We're making it available for the leaders to make it available for their teams and their employees. So eventually, having the technology available for most of the employees will make life better for the employees itself.
You know, it's so interesting that you mentioned this, Peter, because we were discussing this on the Smashi Business show today. Regarding AI spending, do you think it's worth it? Do you think artificial intelligence spending is exaggerated, or is it exactly where it's meant to be?
No, absolutely. I believe that it is a must for individuals, for companies to embrace AI and hybrid work. It's there to stay. It's there to transform the way we operate. It impacts massively the way we work and the way we live. It can simplify our work or can make it a lot more complex, right? So if we embrace AI, we'll simplify it. If we don't, we're going to do the same thing that we used to do in the past while the new tools are available. So we've got quite a lot of products today that are available for the users to basically make it easier, make it a lot more meaningful for the employees. And as I said, when it's meaningful for the employee, it actually impacts the productivity for the company. I'm happy, I do more.
And, I just want to know, did you guys embrace AI quickly? And if
Absolutely.
you did embrace it quickly, why? How did this come as quickly as it did? Because, some people are lacking.
It starts with yourself. We have something called HP for HP. We do it internally. Our processes, the tools, most of the things that we offer into our customers, we're trying ourselves in the company. We're using AI PCs ourselves. I have it with me right now as well. Everything that we do for our customers, we try on ourselves first. That's how it works.
And for the next question, from AI PCs to poly meeting rooms in the HP workforce experience platform, how are HP solutions simplifying hybrid work for businesses in the region?
Yeah, interesting question. You know what? We started with hybrid work. You and me, everyone around us, want to be as productive as possible from anywhere. What you want to achieve is the same level of productivity with no compromise on security, whether you're in your home office, coffee shop, or you're in the office. In the past, it was very simple. You would go to the office, the environment will be secured, your IT manager will manage the entire infrastructure and ensure that you have everything pretty much controlled. But today you go and work from a coffee shop, from the airport. You want to have the same level of conference calling from your home office. And that adds a lot of complexity to your IT manager. Well, you would like to be flexible, and this is what company offers you, but company cannot compromise on the security, for example, or your productivity. So it's important to deliver the same level of experience that you used to have in the office, you should have at home as well, or in the coffee shop. Different people, different responsibility and expectations, but at the end of the day, we want the same experience, right?
No, 100%. And with HP Wolf Security protecting both PCs and printing endpoints, how critical is cybersecurity in ensuring that the employees can work flexibly without compromising sensitive business data?
Yeah, and that's exactly going back to the hybrid world. When you come to the office, you feel protected because your IT manager will probably create a very secured environment. But being there in the open Wi-Fi somewhere in the airport might not necessarily give you the same protection. So we're not a cybersecurity company. We are a technology company that offers hardware that enables people to work happier and probably more productive. But we also offer something that we built in-house, developed in-house. Wolf Security, it's an add-on to whatever cybersecurity solutions the IT managers offer in the companies. We have our own that protect our devices, whether it's a printer or computer. We're not expecting users to read cybersecurity protocols and the architecture and what exactly to do in a specific area. We are building the support and security service in the form of Wolf Security that will protect your device wherever you are, whether on the firmware or on the hardware. So that's the objective of Wolf Security.
And we just want to talk to you about GITEX 2025. HP there demonstrated its AI hybrid work and security innovations. What were, the key takeaway for business leaders in HP there?
GITEX is one of these very important platforms in the region that gives an opportunity for us as vendors to connect with our customers, hear from them, as well as share what is so special that we can offer for them. Although we meet our customers face-to-face, sometimes through events, but I think GITEX is such a big event that brings customers from all over the region. We have that opportunity to connect. This time we showcased the latest AI PCs, printers with AI features, our poly collaboration tools, meeting rooms, ability to connect from anywhere through the computer or have the same level of collaboration from the meeting rooms. And one of the highlights was the WXP platform, work experience platform. We talked about the complexity that hybrid work added to IT managers, and I think what we've done well in the recent year is developed a tool for IT managers to manage the devices that are in the ecosystem of that particular enterprise. Imagine there are 100 employees in the company, and all of them are using different devices connected from different places, and you would like to know where the devices are, how many times they've been used, are we offering the right device to the right person, do we offer the right tool, do we get the feedback from the user whether this is the right tool or not. So everything you can do through the WXP platform, you can communicate, manage, proactively support the devices. So that was the highlight of Jidex. Yeah.
That's amazing. On the subject of tools, Peter, your HP's campaign emphasized that 85% of fulfillment drivers are within the company's control. What practical steps can business leaders actually take to improve employee satisfaction and hybrid work effectiveness today? And specifically to this region, do you think that it differentiates between different regions?
I think it's the same pretty much for everyone. Probably more important for the UAE and Saudi because we are driving extremely fast the adoption of AI and the overall digital transformation. It's important to understand that the 20% relationship satisfaction, it means that every fifth person is happy. Only fifth out of so basically 20% of the population are happy with the technology. That's an alarming data. So the first step is to acknowledge the fact that there is a problem, and we'll have to look into different people, different use cases, understand what exactly my people need, what are the tools they're missing, why the environment is not supporting. We said we want people to be happy, we want them to do a meaningful work, and that triggers productivity. So ultimately it's going to impact the productivity levels of the organization if we don't improve the quality of technology, tools, meeting rooms, or it could be just an application that helps someone to do the job a little better. So it's very important, and we're there to help, we're there to support.
And how do you measure that? How is HP measuring the success of this campaign and raising awareness and engagement around the work relationship index and hybrid work solutions?
If we have at the end of the year more customers coming back to us and asking for support and data on work relationship index, helping us to work with them on different personas. By the end of the year, this number is increasing. This is actually means that the work relationship index is doing the right thing. We are at HP engaging with customers across the region in one-to-one through events. Jidex was one of the platforms. We communicate the relationship index data pretty much to everyone and everywhere. And the objective that we have is to make people understand that that's an important data to address. This is not just a marketing campaign. It's something that we'll have to take care of.
And looking ahead, how are you guys going to take care of it? Like in the next 5 years, what advancements are you looking to make?
The best technology is going to be the technology that is not visible.
What does that mean?
That means that you don't feel that there is a need for technology. You will feel bad if that technology is taken away. So we want to give the best possible support. You shouldn't be concerned about what you're using. That technology has to be there to support your needs, to get you better, to be happier. And you will realize that you're missing that if it's taken away. And that's going to be basically the best part.
And I just wanted to ask you, Peter, can you tell me about your journey in HP? When did you get started? How did the career progression go? And what are, milestones that you've achieved over the years?
What a great company HP is, I have to tell you. I joined HP in 2005. I arrived in 2004. So my first job here pretty much almost was at HP. And I was given an opportunity to learn, grow, develop, move from one role to another. And, I want to be a good example for all my HP colleagues that everything is possible in the organization. we talk about career development, opportunities to learn. I am a very good example of that. The company allowed us to move from one role to another, change the geographies. I've been privileged to do a Stanford 6 months course with top 60 HP leaders in 2018. It was also driven by HP for our development. So I've done so many different things in the organization. I learned, and I was given the opportunity to run this organization at the end, right? So today I'm managing the team that I was part of 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, what would you say is a really notable experience for you? Something that stands out to you?
I have to tell you that a few times you're getting comfortable with what you do. And what's good is that you are given some tasks that wake you up. And you realize that it's important to get out of the comfort zone time to time. And I had this 3 times. Serious challenges that I had to handle, and that tests whether you can, whether you're capable, and I was very happy to do that. So for me, there were a few very important roles in my career that I would probably highlight: the category management, product management, learning about P&L back in 2010. Then there was my management role, first management role that I got in between. And then I have to say 2019, when I took my first MD role, was another level of learning. But the good thing is that you are given an opportunity to shift from one role to another, from one geography to another, and companies supporting you to do that. And that's great.
That is really great. And, for those who are struggling to get out of that comfort zone, what would you say to them?
You force yourself. It's important to get out of the comfort zone. Comfort zone kills you. You become irrelevant after some time. You cannot allow yourself to be irrelevant. You've got to learn. You've got to develop yourself. You have to push yourself forward. What happens is if you stand on the same place, everybody else is going to move forward. We talk about AI today. You've got to embrace AI. You've got to learn what is AI.
That's exactly what HP has done.
And this is what we're doing now.
And I just wanted to ask you, on this topic of hybrid work, we've obviously discussed it a lot. What are the biggest challenges that companies face with hybrid work in the region, and which tools are helping them specifically overcome those gaps? And I want to know about the hybrid policy in HP. How does it work?
Okay, let's start with hybrid policy in HP. We have been quite flexible. Today we are working three days per week from the office, and it's pretty flexible. You don't need to stay there full day. You come and go. You just have to come and collaborate with your colleagues. The objective is to use people for collaboration, for creativity, for sourcing some energy, because sometimes we working from home forget how great it is to speak to people and how quickly we find solutions for the problems that we have to solve. So quite flexible, but we want people to come to the office a few times a week. Now there is a perception of hybrid means work from home. Actually not. Hybrid is being as productive as possible from wherever you want. You should be able to deliver whether you are at home, in the office, or in the airport or coffee shop. Doesn't matter. And I think the biggest challenge that companies face today is to provide technology that can support employees with the same level of productivity and with no compromise on security, because that's a very, very important topic, whatever they are, right? And that's what we're doing. Yeah. We enabling the right video, audio, collaboration. We're enabling our PCs with the right collaboration tools. You need to have the same video quality, whether you're in the office or you're at home. Why the meeting room quality should be different? When both of us in the meeting room and our colleague is on the other side, he shouldn't be feeling that we are not together.
But that's exactly my question. What are the tools that HP uses to not compromise on collaboration? Because, you've previously mentioned that's the most important part of it all. That's where the great work comes from.
So what we did, during pandemic, we realized that hybrid is the new way of living and working. We acquired a company called Poly. Poly is the leader in the collaboration tools, offering audio-video solutions. We integrated Poly into our solutions. Today, Poly Studio is installed on our latest generation of AI PCs. We've got meeting rooms that are built by Poly. So we're creating an end-to-end environment where anyone can have exactly the same level of communication and collaboration, whether you're doing it from your computer, from the headset that have a noise cancellation, cameras with a proper focus, split, and so on. And the same thing you get into the meeting room. So whether you are in the meeting room or you're on the other side using your computer, you're going to have exactly the same quality of video audio. And that's what we've done. We integrated collaboration tools into our computing. So now you've got that end-to-end solution that our customers wanted.
Do you think that the acquisition was the only thing that contributed to it, or were there other factors?
I think that was a very strong step towards delivering the best possible experience to our customers. And we managed to integrate, and today, I think we are one of the few vendors, if not the only one, that offer the end-to-end solution to our users, whether at home, on a go, or in the office. Printers, laptops, peripherals, displays, everything is available from our end. So we can create that ecosystem for you, whether you're at home or you're in the office. Yeah, and that's pretty much what we are doing.
Just for the final question, what message would you give to IT leaders, HR executives, and business decision makers who want to act on the Work Relationship Index findings and adopt HP solutions to create these more healthier, more productive work environments?
Embrace AI and hybrid work. I think it's there to stay, and it's going to accelerate. It's very important. And I think integrating technology into culture, I think poor tools means not the best culture. It is going to impact the overall satisfaction rate of the employees. It's important to create the right environment for people to enjoy what we're doing, what people are doing. So ultimately, this 20% data should probably ring the bell and make people look into it and completely change the way they were looking at it. One size fits all doesn't work any longer. That's one thing that I can tell you.
No, it doesn't. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today, Peter. This is a Smashi Business Show, a Smashi Business production under the Augustus Media Podcast Network. See you tomorrow.